What up, world? It's your boy King Falcon, bringing you some more words of wisdom. Now you know what time it is. It's time for food for thought. But before we get into today's words of wisdom, I need you guys to show some love to my Mixer account. I'll leave the link in the bio. Go ahead and follow and subscribe to that channel. Also, do me a favor and support the channels of Zombie Girl and Necro Jelly as well. Those are my clanmates. Shout out Afterlife Gamers. We're trying to do something different this year, 2020. It's all about building. It's all about building a brand. I want King Falcon and Kaishu to be synonymous to the anime and gaming world as well as the music. I just want to be the jack of all trades. Also, go ahead and like and subscribe to my page, YouTube channel, I should say. Go ahead and run those views up for the videos, you know what I'm saying? Support your local neighborhood birdie. And so, with that being said, without further ado, let's talk about it. So today's words of wisdom: hope is being able to see that there is light despite all of the darkness. That hits home. It hits deep. There's so many ways I can approach this, but I'm gonna try not to be so long-winded. Hope and darkness. In between that, there's always despair lurking around the corner. There is always a constant battle between having enough hope. Like, I feel like we don't have enough hope like that in tunes with having patience. Because having patience and having hope, are one and the same. Nothing in life is just going to come at the blink of an eye, and if it does, consider that a blessing. But there will be times where it's going to seem like it's going to seem hopeless. And that is when we have to kick in to overdrive our strongest attribute, which is hope. I know it sounds cheesy, but be the hero of your story, man. Like, be the one that people can look up to. I mean, shit, that's something that I, want to build up to. Like, I want people to look up to me and see me as an example that you can do whatever you want to do. No, I'm not famous, no, I'm not rich, but I love creating. Now, if I stayed in the darkness, I wouldn't be able to do any of that. I wouldn't be able to do music. I wouldn't be able to game, let alone bring you videos every week. I'd be stuck. And I cannot afford to let that happen. It's getting to the point where hope is going to be a requirement. If you don't have hope, you're not going to succeed. Now, understand that I don't always have the answers, and I'm not perfect, nor am I always right. I can only give you things through my eyes, through my perspective. Anybody who knows me knows that I have been struggling with depression for years. And that in itself is dark. That is my darkness. if I ever let that darkness win, I think I'll be letting down a lot of people. So it's almost prominent that I have to have hope. I have to believe that something better will come from me hanging in there. And I think that's something that everyone should do. I've been in situations where I thought, now, this is cowardly. I would say it's very cowardly, but I've thought, suicide was the answer. And it's not easy to say, but I've lost so much. And I know I'm going to lose a lot more. But for some reason, I can't bring myself to just end my life like that. I feel like I'll be missing out on a lot. I feel like I will hurt a lot of people who actually do care about me. And that there gives me enough hope to keep pushing. I don't like my job, man. I don't. But I can't complain about it every day. If I truly don't like it, I should quit, right? Or try to find another job, right? It's not that easy. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my curse. But I found trying to find a job when you do not have one is so much harder than finding a job when you have one. Anybody that feels the same way, go ahead and drop a like in the comment section. I literally wrote books. Well, that's right. I write. I wouldn't call myself an author yet, but that is something I'm going to do. I have hope that I'll be able to publish my own books. And I had two defining characters, one of light and one of darkness. And in that story, the focal point wasn't so much on the darkness, but how to find the light to help cope with the darkness. And in return, you find out that maybe darkness isn't such a bad thing. It is, or it could be used as a tool to find solace. Like, you don't have to stay in the dark. But sometimes you do need that alone time. You do need time to reevaluate your life, the situation at hand. I feel like if you don't have those moments to yourself, then you can utterly implode. And that's just my opinion, I know there's people out there that are still going through it. I know you guys remember my first video, and I was just trying to, advocate that I am here. I am here. I'm still here. I'm still waiting for the phone call. Like, I feel like you shouldn't have to ask me for money. You shouldn't have to ask for this and that. But if you're struggling mentally, just bang my line. If you need to find somebody to put in stock hope, I guess you can say, I will do that. I will take the time. Now, with me being at work, I can't always. If you leave me a message, leave me a text, I will try my best. I'll try my hardest to get back with you. Because in these trying times, staying in the darkness right now is not beneficial. It is not healthy. It is almost prominent to producing poison. You don't need to be putting out poison or taking in poison. Positivity is what I'm going to preach till the day I die, because I have hope and I believe that speaking something into existence is a real thing. There'll be times where I feel like I don't want to get out of bed, and then I remember all the people who look forward to seeing my face. That is the hope that I carry. That is the hope I think everybody should carry. Like I said, be the hero of your story. You see somebody going through it, and you're close with that person. Sometimes words aren't always beneficial. Like, communication is key, but I don't think words are always beneficial. I think your presence is a lot more than saying you're going to do something. I think seeing that you're doing it versus saying that you're going to do it is better. You see somebody going through it, just be there for them. Stand by their side. Hold their hand. Be a shoulder for them to cry on. Because in return, if they're truly your friend or truly care about you, they will do the same for you. Now remember everything that I have said throughout this series, from knowing who your friends are, from being honest, all the way down to patience is key. You practice each one of those and you take to heart the words of wisdom, I can see you succeeding in the mental health department. I can see you succeeding where those have failed in those said departments. And maybe if you know somebody who is failing, you can help them succeed as well. Each one teach one. That's what Nip Hustle said, right? And the marathon still has to continue. Now, before I get up out of here, you know what the deal is. It's challenge time. Now, today's challenge, if you choose to accept it, will not be an easy task. It will not be easy by no means. No. Today's challenge, I challenge you to find a time in your life where you felt like nothing was going to get better. Like you felt like you hit rock bottom and you had nowhere else to go. And I want you to see if there was hope somewhere in there. Especially if things have gotten better since that time. There's stock in what I've said today. I want you to do that. I want you to find a time in your life where things wasn't going so well and see if there was light at the end of the tunnel for you. Before I get up out of here, rest in peace, Joey Rock. He was a king and everybody respected him. I may not know him personally, but I felt the energies. I felt it. Now, with that being said, King Falcon, out.